Hey y'all, I'm here. I'm back with another video. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I came to complain. Yeah. I came to complain. And I'm gonna complain as if I actually went to it, and I did not. So, last night was the Young Money reunion show. Okay? Now, it was supposed to be last week, I believe, but I think Drake caught COVID or whatever, so they had to bump it up to this week. Before I get into first of all, I want to start off by giving shout outs to two people. I want to give a shout out to, I wish I could remember y'all Instagram, but one is like TMXRMX or something like that. Him, and then another guy, it was like MOHTOH SOH, I think, or something like that. But those are the two people who live streamed, who I was watching live stream or whatever, who was actually at the concert, and the concert was in Toronto. So shout out to both of them. The guy who Instagram starts with a T, his seats were fucking perfect. Like, they were perfect. He was right here, and the stage was like right there. Okay. And then the other guy, he was a little bit further back, but it was good to get it from like that standpoint. And I'll get into everything else about the concert. But let me start off by saying this. Okay. So I am 27 years old, right? I will be 28 later this year. So for me, Young Money, Cash Money, business, okay? The whole Young Money situation for me is all of high school and pretty much college. Really, when they really first started and was hitting, all of high school, legitimately all of high school, from 2008 to 2012, which is literally when I was in high school. That is when Young Money was like Young Money. And that's why I say, and even past 2012, like if you go all the way up to like 2014, 15, like Young Money was crazy. But 2008 to 12, that little bracket right there, wild for Young Money, okay? And one thing, the best way I could always describe it to people, like if you wasn't, I guess, alive or old enough at the time to really like understand, because that really wasn't that long ago, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it was like, I guess it was like 10 years ago at this point, like maybe 10, 12 years ago. So it wasn't ridiculously long ago. But all I have to say, I always say to people, the best way I always describe Young Money to me is Young Money is like my generation's version of Bad Boy, if that makes sense. So like, you know how like in the 90s, it was like Puff and Big and Mace and the Lox and Kim, and like just that whole camp of Bad Boy was like, nobody was fucking with them. That was Young Money. But like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best way that I can compare it. So I'm sorry, I just have to give a like good history, a little quick little history about Young Money. You know, as everybody knows, Wayne still is, but like 2008, like that's like peak Wayne. Like from 2006, honestly, we could go to 2012, but peak Wayne is like 2006 to 2009, 10. So 2008 in particular, in 2007. So pretty much when a Carter 3 dropped, at that particular time, Wayne was literally like, it's not even, oh, he was the biggest like rapper. No, he was the biggest artist, hands down. Black, white, Indian, brown, it didn't matter. Wayne was that guy. So the reason why Wayne is heralded the way that he is because the fact that Wayne would be at his peak like that and be so humble. That's the thing I love about Wayne. Wayne is so humble, so fucking humble. For him to be so humble and to pretty much at his peak divvy that shit out and pass it on, and not just even pass it on to the people around him, but like pass it on in support and push. Because do you know how many people, if Drake was signed to them, would have either tried to suppress that nigga or would have like just did some really foul shit because they didn't want them, like, a lot of times people don't want their understudy to surpass them, and Wayne never gave a fuck. Wayne pushed Drake. Wayne pushed Nicki something crazy. So it's like he's always going to be heralded because he did not have to do that. Like he didn't. At his peak, he pretty much took other people and pushed them, pushed them past to where he is to kind of to a degree, which is like why he's amazing, okay? So that's why like if people don't understand why Nicki and Drake like really herald him, it's deeper. And I mean, obviously I don't know them, but I'm pretty sure it's even deeper than that. Like that man literally changed their lives. Like, Wayne is a goat, a goat, a goat, a goat, a goat, a goat, a goat. Anyway, all of that little back history to say, I know what I'm talking about when I'm about to complain, okay? And I have every right to complain because as far as I'm concerned, I have been a very, very, very loyal consumer and customer and fan of the Young Money, Cash Money business, okay? I got all of the Carters, okay? Carter 2, well, I didn't get the first one, but Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 5. Oh yeah, and Carter 6 is coming out. They announced that too, okay? I had all of Nicki's albums. I had the Young Money compilation. How many people remember the Young Money compilation album? Like, and I'm gonna get to that because there's so many songs off of that they could have did that they didn't do either, okay? So, and Drake, y'all already know how I get down about Drake over here on this channel, so we ain't gotta really talk too much about that, right? So, the concert. Now that I'm up the next morning, because today's the next, morning after the concert, and I'm acting like I went via those two people. Because like I said, that guy was like really right here, right? I went to bed feeling okay. I felt okay. But now waking up this morning and thinking about it and looking at clips again and just really thinking about last night, that shit was so trash. Like, it literally felt as if nobody knew that nobody knew that there was gonna be a concert. Like that everybody just woke up yesterday and said, "Oh shit, I guess we got a concert to do, huh?" And like, don't get it twisted. Wayne, Nicki, Drake, y'all are all stars in y'all own right. But the thing about it is, y'all can't all, in certain situations, yes, you can lean on just walking into the room and just your presence alone carrying weight, right? And even in certain like performances, you can do that. But in this situation, like, it felt like nobody other than Wayne, it felt like there wasn't really like, and even with Wayne, like Wayne gave the best like performance to me as far as like performing. But outside of that, it felt very much so like it was disorganized. It didn't feel like much thought was put into it. Like what was going on? Like, I'm so confused as to why y'all would take a moment that's so important. Like, I know to them, like, they're all best friends and stuff, and they talk and stuff like that all the time. So I know it's probably not that big of a deal to them because they always see each other. But like, for us as the fans, we never get to see all three of y'all on stage together. That's why there's like that famous picture of all three of them walking off the stage. That was the Hot 97 Summer Jam thing. Because like, that's a rare thing. Y'all are all individually like global superstar iconic people. So to have all three of y'all on the stage, like, I would think that y'all would want to make that moment much bigger than what y'all did. It felt like y'all like, it's so frustrating. It just felt like nobody really tried. Everybody was just like, "Oh, we're gonna do this. All right, great. Show up." And that's just how it went. Like, what the hell? Like, first of all, like let's back up for a second. Because like I said, I followed both of those people, and especially the TMXR. I was following him from the time he started his live video, which was around like 7:30-ish, 8 o'clock-ish or whatever. First of all, and I don't know whose fault this is. I'm gonna put it on Aubrey since it's his event. But, oh no, we found out later why. But y'all was so late. Y'all was like 2.5 hours late. That's number one, okay? Then we come to find out, like, when it first starts, it says like, oh, Lil Wayne had like a problem at the border. And then it was like, but Drake runs the border, so it was fine. So apparently Wayne had some like problems getting into Canada or whatever. But my whole thing is like, I know that everybody is busy and shit, but like, Why would y'all wait until today to make him come? Like, why would y'all literally wait to the day of when y'all know that Wayne has a fucking record? Why would y'all wait till like today to try to bring... I'm really annoyed by this whole thing, okay? So we had to sit there and wait forever, right? To the point where like the first of all, at one point in time, the crowd started chanting like, hurry up, hurry up. And then at one point in time, the crowd started to boo, because y'all was taking so damn long, okay? Then when y'all did come, okay, now like I said, the person that I was watching, the TMX guy, his he was literally sitting in the front row. When I mean the front row, I'm talking about he was standing like right here, and there was maybe, I think, one like seat like maybe up like in front of him, if even that. But he was right here and the stage is right here. And as soon as the music started, you know, the first person that came out was Wayne. They could not hear anything. I'm talking about the people that was sitting right there in the front row. Like, you could hear, but you could not hear. Like, the speakers was going outwards, but it wasn't coming towards them. So you sitting here and listening, and people in the comments was like, I can't hear, I can't hear. He was like, it's not just y'all, like, we can't hear either. That literally lasted all the way up until Drake came out. So if I was any of those people in the front, I would want a refund for my money, because from my understanding, the tickets to this concert was like $800 to $1,000. So I know if y'all was sitting in the front row, people put up a couple bands for them tickets. Bitch, I want all my money back. I don't get that. But the thing about it is, if you went to the other guy, the MOHTOH guy or whatever, who was sitting further back, his sound was pristine, because it was just because of like where they were sitting, like the speakers was going outwards like better than like people who was like right here. You couldn't hear anything. The speakers wasn't working coming towards them. So I'm flipping back and forth between both or whatever. Like I said, so Wayne came out and did his thing. This is really how I feel about it. I feel, and I guess I'll go through each person and how I just feel like they set should have went. I feel like Wayne's set was cool. It's pretty much the same set that he always does, because I watch a lot of like Lil Wayne like live, you know, performances and stuff, and that's pretty much the same set that he always does every single time. First of all, let me say this. I love Lil Wayne because he's so humble. He's humble in so many ways. Now, first of all, for you to be like, I'll go first, that's fine. Like, for you, like, do y'all know, maybe because the kids don't know, do y'all know how crazy that is, that Lil Wayne would be an opening act? Are you kidding me? I mean, I know that's not what he was, but the fact that he would be so humble to just be like, yeah, that's fine, I'll go first. He could easily be like, nigga, I'm the reason for all of this shit. I go last. I don't give a fuck if this is your fest, nigga. I go last. He could have made Nicki go first. Like, so humble. But outside of that, I love the fact that every time, and he does this not just in this performance, he does every time he's done with a song, he says, thank you. And he go, hey, motherfucker, hey, hi, how you doing? It's Easy F, baby, come and take a shit here. Thank you. Like, he just does it after every time. He's so humble. Love him so much. Okay. But this is how I feel. I liked the mixtape part because I think that part was important. But this is what I think. I think if we're going to talk about Young Money, Cash Money. Now, yes, Young Money, Cash Money is not, it is a label, and it is Nicki and Drake and Wayne and all of that stuff like that. But to me, when I think of Young Money represents a time too. Like, and when I mean a time, I'm talking about at a time when all three of them and the other people like Tyga and all of them other people too, like when y'all was really moving together as Young Money. And I'm talking about everybody was always on each other's shit. Y'all was doing compilation albums. To me, that was a specific point in time and era. So I feel like we need to, if we're going to represent Young Money, like we need to represent Young Money in its heyday. Not that y'all not all popping, but I'm just saying the cohesion, it ain't there the way it used to be, but that's because y'all are all individual global icons. So the whole point of this is to do stuff that's together, or to me representing that point in time. So to me, if I was Wayne, I would have liked Wayne's set to be a decent amount of the Carter 3, because that's when he was, you know, really popping and really, if it wasn't for the Carter 3, to be quite honest, he probably wouldn't even been able to get Young Money as a label, and probably even get the backing and get the okay and get the money for Young Money. That's my opinion. The Carter 3 is the catalyst for that. So I feel like he should have did pretty much, like I said, anything from 2008 to about 2014, that's what they should have hit on. Specifically 2008 to 2012 is really what everybody should have really did, because that's when Young Money was like really Young Money. So I feel like he should have did part of the Carter 3. He should have did I'm Cool. I love the mixtape part. Keep that part in your set, because if you know, mixtape Wayne, iconic, 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 iconic. No ceilings. Amazing. Okay, so we could have did that, and then I feel like this should have been for all 3 of their sets. He should have had a set where it was specifically for features. The thing about Young Money, Wayne, Nicki, and Drake, outside of their individual stuff, their features, like, oh my gosh, there was a point in time where all 3 of them was always on everything. So he should have did features, okay? Then boom, got Wayne up out the way. Cool, thank you, Wayne. So then Nicki comes out, okay? And the 2 people that I was watching lives, they're Barbs or whatever, right? So we see the little screen or whatever. Now I've seen bits and pieces of her like Essence set and when she was at Wireless, so I recognize like the video and stuff that was playing in the background. So I'm thinking, okay, Nicki gonna kind of come out and do the same thing that she was doing, on those. No, she did not. She played that, but then she came out. First of all, I was thrown off. I mean, first of all, bitch, you looked good. You looked good. And this is so left field. This has nothing to do with nothing. But I never understood when people say that Nicki got her nose done. To me, it's very clear that Nicki hasn't got her nose done. It's just the contouring that they do, because if you see Nicki live a lot of times, she's still, like, I'm not trying to be funny. It's not me making fun of her, but Nicki has like a pointy nose. Like, she got like a pointy nose a little bit. And so I feel like when you see her like when she be like on live, on like, on stage or something, a lot of times you can see how pointy her nose is. It's just a contouring. I don't know why, but that bothered me. But anyway, but she looked good. She looked damn good, okay? Amazing. Looked good. Loved the long pink hair. Looked amazing. Outfit was everything. But I was really confused as to why she came out with her purse. I was like the fanny pack was cool, but I'm like, is this bitch really about to just walk around stage with her purse and rap? Eventually, she put the purse down. But I was thrown off because I thought we was going to kind of get, like I said, the stuff that we got on Essence and Wireless, with the people coming out and pushing her and then her popping it and dropping it and da-da-da-da-da and giving it. But it was like, no, I'm just going to walk around here and I'm just going to, sing my song. And, you guys are going to help me rap the song. And I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, why is this not... Okay, the best way for me to say it is like, do y'all remember in 2015 when a Bad Boy reunion thing happened and like they did the little, they did like the 20th or the 25th anniversary of it on the BET Awards, and then they took it and they went on tour? Did you see how that was a moment? Did you feel it? Did you feel it? Do you remember when Lil' Kim came out to the with the B, huh? Throw a hex on your whole family. Do you remember when Diddy fell in the hole? Like, I don't understand. Maybe they just didn't understand the gravity of how important this shit really is and really meant to like people who really stood for Young Money and that whole camp during that time. I was so disappointed, y'all. And I don't mean in Nicki. I'm not pointing her out. I'm just disappointed. And like, I'm really going to put the majority of the blame on Aubrey Drake Graham, because I feel like if he would have told Nicki or if he would have told Wayne, like, y'all be really about to make this shit like some real shit, they would have came with what they needed to come with. But I feel like Drake didn't like really prepare people and really didn't make it like a big thing. Like, there wasn't no real flow. Like, I'm just so lost. And then Aubrey Drake Graham came out and he did like, a lot of his new stuff, which is fine. But I really feel like he should have did a lot of what was on So Far Gone, on Thank Me Later. And he should have done a little bit of Take Care, because that was Young Money's heyday. And then once in some of his features and maybe a few new songs. But once that was over, they should have all came back out. Bedrock was cool. They should have did Hell Yeah Fucking Right's cool. She Will. They should have did She Will. They should have did Make Me Proud. Okay, since we did Up All Night, should have did Make Me Proud. And y'all should have ended with Seeing Green. I don't understand how all 3 of y'all could be on this stage together and not end in Seeing Green. Like, I love Moment for Life, but Nicki could have did that at the end of her set. And then y'all could have did Seeing Green. Hell, y'all could have did Truffle Butter. I just don't feel like y'all really took this shit. Not y'all, sorry. I don't want to put it on Wayne and Nicki because it's not them. This is Aubrey Graham shit. Aubrey Graham, you should have told Nicki and Wayne that we're about to blow this shit the fuck up. This shit is really important and we really need to show our asses. And y'all talking about bringing us on tour. Let me tell you something right now. As much as I love all three of y'all, if this is what y'all plan on bringing on tour, I'm not going. I'm not going. Change the set list and come harder next time. Aubrey, tell Lil Wayne and Nicki that this is a serious situation. Okay? So that they don't come thinking that they don't have to bring anything. Oh my gosh, like I'm so disappointed in y'all. I'm so disappointed in that concert. That was supposed to be a fucking moment. Do better, Aubrey. Do better. I love you though, boo. Bye.